What do we got ourselves? We got Blazer playing on the Death Knight. Oh, not only is he playing Frost, he got the fishes, dude. Something about this swag. I just don't know what to say. We got Seawork here who plays some more. Looks like Arcane. We got Cyclo God X coming in as a Feral Druid. Death Steel as an Unholy. We got Oni as a DH. Team Melee with one odd of Caster versus we got Team Demons with Boom Soul as Boomer as a Demon Hunter. We got ourselves Drive Through Man. One Peachy hanging out also as a Feral, and Thundress back with that Elemental. Just gonna make some meat over there, dude. Pretty sure it's like a meat hammer, right? It has to be. Who's gonna be out first? And it's gonna be Seawork as Arcane, jumping around on Spider. I actually got this mount today. Such a cool looking mount, honestly. Let me showcase it. Look at this thing, dude. That's his jump animation. It almost looks like it has a little bit of a flight to it. It looks so awesome. Seawork, give us like that mount special, dude. Give us that mount special, dude, for a second. I want to see this thing. It's such a cool mount, dude. Such a cool mount. It's also kind of cute. It's also cute in a weird way. One, getting opened up on by Seawork. Gonna be stealing that spell steal of the bat. Stun coming out to Seawork. Is not getting hit too hard by the Ball Scourge Bomb. I think he actually might have been right in the AoE of it. Gonna be a big zap into Seawork from a mile away as one is gonna be popping that trinket from Tinkers. The Rust Bolt resistance from Mechagon, and Seawork is going to get a lot of health back through Temporal. So that was his Temporal for that trinket. What is going to be trying to see if he can get himself out. A Tyrant is going to let a Fear and a Tyrant onto Seawork. Seawork is going to have to go for an Invis just to escape the Tyrant, and for one, it's going to be a little bit hard fighting this mage without any damage over time. Seawork actually will be able to outlive the Tyrant completely. And Duan is just throwing down Ball Scourge Bombs all over the place, hoping he can find Seawork. That Tyrant is not going to be able to min-max the damage, so Seawork escaped that threat for a moment. Actually, Seawork had to go through both the invises, normal invis as well as the fast invis through Onatown. So that's interesting. Stun coming down onto Seawork with more Ball Scourge Bombers. No, not even Ball Scourge Bombers. That was just hands that go down in pets. I'm actually surprised, because that was a lot of damage. Seawork actually getting caught up between the hit to one and all the pets. Is going to get a shield up and running, but running through that horror into a fear through the Ball Scourge Bombers, doing quite a bit of damage. Is going to try to blink away, trying to find some line of sight. One definitely has the aggression advantage here. That's going to be a massive cyclonic blast for Seawork, trying to combo it together with his damage. One is actually going to throw a fear into Seawork, stopping him from being able to use that trinket. Trinket coming out of Seawork as he's getting hit with a stun. Actually able to get some damage into one as he needs to be watching out for his health. Going to burn that Warlock Healthstone a little bit early into this duel, and Seawork is going to be able to kind of poke in. One couldn't quite get a stun with those Ball Scourge Bombers to min-max the value of his damage, but Seawork is at least at half health. Is actually going to go for a huge blink. Looks like he's playing the Essence for Ripple in space so he can get a lot of mobility out of the way. Thought to juke out one. Not going to happen. Seawork sitting at about half health. Needs to go for the Instacast healing. Stun coming down. Is that going to be a lot of damage for one? Is that going to be a lot of pressure? Getting himself a bunch of imps up and running into horror. Summoning up a Tyrant. Seawork has he's actually going to have to go for an Ice Block as he's taking so much damage. Ball Scourge Bombers crashing all around him. Just going to wait out that Tyrant for the full duration of the Demon Warlock burst, and one is continuing to generate demons while he's got a Tyrant. Is he going to even be able to get a cast out? The Tyrant does dissipate, and Seawork is going to dip behind the other side of the pillow while rooting all the pets. Is going to start doing some damage to the pets again. He's going for that instant cast healing because of the trades that he's running with his gear. At least he can get some sort of healing. Stun coming down to Seawork. No Ball Scourge Bomber here, but that's going to be a huge trinket from the oscillated trinket. What is it even called? It's like a laser beam. It's a laser pointer. Literally a laser pointer. Seawork blinking all the way back around one. Try to see if he can get around, shields up, and try to see if he can poke some damage into him. Kind of out of damage, waiting around for his trinket, looks like. If he can combo that trinket together. The oscillant trinket, big mobility coming out for Seawork with a Ripple in space. Stun around the corner for one though. So that's going to be Seawork already so mobile. Imagine Arcane Mage with this much mobility. knocking one up for a second. Stun coming down does interrupt him on a fear, locking him out for a second, trying not to get kicked on his own cast though. Arcane missiles are coming out while Temporal is available. He's going to be able to hang in there for a little bit longer as he will be able to regen a lot of his health. Shields up and one. Yes, again, up and down in the Morsi horror effect coming down. Does land the fear to follow, but he doesn't really have the stun Boskage Bomber Swambo combo that he can keep doing over and over. It's going to try to see if he can drain Seavark from a distance, but Seavark is going to retreat pretty far away. Warlock health, Warlock board coming down for one. Does grab the stun and the Boskage Bombers. It looks like, oh no, although the Boskage Bombers do come in, but the effect was from the imps. Seavark went for a quick invis, doesn't have a polymorph onto one. That's where he's going to go for as many instant casts while he can. All one can do is get the pet up and running, but the imps as NPCs are just not the smartest NPCs ever. You would think they would just start attacking Seavark while they got it. And go down, try to come out for one. Not going to happen, going to get locked out on it. That's going to be some Arcane Blast for free for Seavark, finally able to do some damage, but there's just way too much health, way too much tankiness for one. Stun onto Seavark. There's going to be more imps coming out to load up for the army with Boskage Bombers walking Seavark through them with that horror effect. Shields back up for Seavark. Is he going to be able to survive? Has some health, but that's going to be Reflect coming out for one. As Seavark is actually on full retreat. Is Seavark gonna go for a full mobility retreat out? Could try to go maybe for a little bit of healing as dampening at a 5-minute mark is rolling in finally, ladies and gents. That's what all the healing out in the world is not gonna save anymore. Seavark has been going on for a fairly long while. It's gonna try to see if he can port out of this. Stun coming out with Cyclonic Blast. Actually ported in the wrong direction, and that's Boskage Bombers right on top of him. As soon as it happens, popping that invis to get that 60% damage reduction for a few seconds, as what Arcane Mages have. That's gonna be one chasing him away with a Crucible of Flame around the corner. Seavark again still trying to catch himself a little bit of an invis. No more Tyrant. Seavark might actually be able to go for some big damage onto one with a lot of instant cast. He might be able to do it. I think he's been setting it up this whole time. Is that a possibility? The stun Seavark doesn't have a trigger for it, just needs to survive it for a little bit. That could be another horror onto one. Would be able to get it out? That's going to be a temporal for Seavark to hang in there, interrupting one onto fear, but still going to be able to get those handle dons in there for even more pets. Seavark is going to go for more land side, dodge the Boskage Bombers. Could maybe be a horror effect set up right now, and then one needs to space out the stuns and the horrors to make sure he always has an answer for Seavark. Seavark could go for some big damage right now if he wanted to, actually. Because one stun is out, there's no way to interrupt him. Ice Block coming in for Seavark just so he can at least hang in with his health. That's going to be more Demon Bolts coming out, and that's going to be Seavark coming in there, popping in big cooldown. It's going to get interrupted to one. Big blast coming down. Actually could one-shot him right now. Try to go for an all-in. It could be anyone's game. Seavark barely has any health. Now that does one, and actually one almost dies there. Going to be on EU up next. Walking it up for one, and he goes down immediately. Seavark set it up perfectly to go in for an all-out burst as an Arcane Mage. Got one so close, but enough to get both of those boys out of there. It took him 10 minutes to set up, but he was working for it the whole time. And next up is going to be Boomasaur as a Demon Hunter now, a Knight of Demon Hunter. Boom, you just play every class, don't ya? You literally play every class. Ani is also up. Going to be Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter. So let's see just how good Boom is as a DH versus Ani, who's done multiple 1v5s before in these duels. Opening up onto Boom, but he is the one getting first stun with an I-Beam to follow. Try to go for a Blade Dance into a Metamorphosis on top of him. I-Beam striking each other. That's going to be stun to Boom Soul. Taking so much damage right now. Going to be Metamorphosis for Ani as well. Bailing out, and Boom is the one chasing him. Doesn't want to give Boom any opportunity to get any kind of leech healing, but enough for his own setup. Is going to get back in there with a Blade Dance. Both of these guys are mimicking each other's attacks. Going to be an I-Beam into a short stun onto Ani, but Boom does drop down Darkness. That is a massive defense that he might just have to... I don't know if he wasted, but he had to use it ASAP. Going to be a Crucible of Flame. And Ani just takes a Boom as he backs in there with a Blade Dance. One Annihilate into the back, and then he takes him out. Drive Human. Drive through, man. Go up and down the fell lances onto you. Actually fairly lucky with just how many his darkness absorbed, and it's going to be able to continue that metamorphosis into drive through, man, extending his meta just for a little bit longer with demonic. Gonna be metamorphosis coming out for drive through as well, and Ani needs to recover in health ASAP. Gonna be able to go up in the air. Drive through doesn't have an answer for this unless he shot him melts, and that's still going to be a lot of damage for Ani. Drive through is going to bail out of there immediately into the prison so you can get the opener onto Ani. Does he have a stun to follow? Gonna be an immutability for for on a USC goes for the nether walk. Metamorphosis to catch up to him as drive-thru is just trying to get to him. Gonna be more backflip stun onto drive-thru. Trick inside of it onto you. Doesn't have a demonic yet. It's gonna land in a prison. Does he have the I-beam to get into demonic? It's gonna be Malik onto drive-thru. Doesn't interrupt that I-beam onto you. Barely has any health. And actually drive-thru barely does get to cleave him down at the very end there. Onto you. Just didn't have enough health to make it work here. That's still getting stunned up in the openers. Drive-thru just maximizing his metamorphosis ASAP. Death Steal is gonna go for AMS. Can't quite reach the demon hunter. Can't even pull him back. Just taking so much freebie pod damage. Stunning him up above, but actually can't even reach him. Look at him. He's actually just trying to get up to him. He couldn't even reach the guy. That was a very unfortunate stun. Drive-thru man just getting this metamorphosis back up, extended with that I-beam. Get it back in there. And with all those pets that Death Steal can put up, that's going to be a lot of cleave that Drive-thru can just get from all those pets. But 46% damage, going to make it harder. Death Steal's out. Now look at that good stun coming down. Darkness available. Death Steal popping up here. And actually Drive-thru obliterates Death Steal. And even flags him just like that while he is at it. Doesn't even care. Just gets him just like that easily. Gonna be Blazer up next as a Frost DK. So they're around here slapping him over some fish. I'm pretty sure Arthas is rolling in his ice prison right now. Looking at Blazer is like, that's my champion. Why would you do this? Why the fish? He's like, please, you have some good runic weapons back at home. Just go grab one of those things. At least present yourself. And Blazer's like, I'm just gonna put on this condom helmet, grab some fish, swing away. Dude. He was a fisherman in his past life, resurrected as a death knight. I'm creating lore for this guy. Drive-thru is gonna be low on health right now though. Went up in the air with rainfall above. I'm trying to come out. Doesn't have a lot of health. Could Blazer take him out right here, right now? Frost DK damage is not too bursty. Oh, but he does clap him down at the very end. It looks like Peachy is gonna be up next as a feral druid. Blazer hopefully realizing that. On H team is going to be Peachy and Thunderous left on Team Blue. For Team Red, we got Blazer, who's still in it, and Cyclone God X next. It looks like Peachy is actually going to give him the full food. Is he going to let him have the foodies? Not bad, not bad. I like it. Opener comes in onto Blazer by Peachy, trying to get the dots up and running. Blazer is going to get his own AoE rolling, and that's going to be Thorns off the bat by Peachy. Blazer is just going to Chain of Ice that just doesn't want to deal with it. Going to be Malik onto Blazer into a Bash to follow. Does have IBF, he wants to use it, doesn't use it. AMS is all he needs right now for that Malik. Survived that onslaught of damage at the very beginning, and now maybe can go for some damage to Peachy. Gripping him in right now, and trying to see if he can maybe get some damage in. Chain of Ice coming down is going to get a Crucible of Flame rolling too. Interrupt the Peachy on the cast, and maybe as long as he get him into that Remorseless Winter, he might be able to do a lot. Wall coming out for Peachy a little bit early. Predicting damage to be big from Blazer. It's Blazer going to be going into Transfusion. Peachy is taking quite a bit of damage over time, but it's going to use a root to separate Peachy and Blazer. Blazer just needs to maintain his damage over time on Peachy the whole time, just not let the Feral reset ever, and he might be in a decent spot. Does land a Chain of Ice. Going to be still reset by Peachy. Big bite into Blazer, and down he goes just like that. Cyclone God X is the next one as a Feral. Wants to take out Peachy ASAP. Instant trigger for Peachy right now as he's just sitting in bear form with wall up. This is where Cyclone needs to take him out so he can have himself Thunderous easily. Peachy is going to pop a defensive with those Thorns, and is just trying to play recovery game. Cyclone is also going to pop those Thorns as well. Had, I think, also a Lucid Dream in order to get all that energy so you can get a bunch of shreds, and a big bite onto Peachy, and down they go. And Thunderous is going to be next. He needs to end Cyclone God X before he can really take him out, and I guess he kind of let him get like the opener at least. Cyclone God doesn't look like he got himself a perfect opener with that rake or anything though. That's where Thundress is going to Flame Shock or Frost Shock and drop it down Capacitor. Has a massive Storm Strike ready. Going to be a wall for Cyclone God as Thundress does get those lightning bolts in there from the Storm. Not Storm. Is it Storm Strike? No. It's not Storm Strike, is it? God, I can't remember. I can't imagine if I got the big cooldown for Elemental Shamans where they get the lightning in the hand for instant cast. Stormbringer, right? Jesus, dude. I told you boys at the beginning of the stream, I don't have enough sleep, but it looks like Cyclone Gods is gonna die. Whoa! It actually got really close between Thundress and Cyclone. Are you kidding me? And Thundress takes the victory for Team Yellow. Oh my god, there was just so much happening in these duels, dude. Full 10 minutes is just caster versus caster. Nobody wanted to go down. And then it just came down to everybody playing. I like